G'day everyone, this is a solo run of the Everdark Sovereign Gaping Jaw as the Wylder. These are my relics. You can pause here or I'll talk more about them in just a minute anyway. But the main ones are the +1 additional character skill, so 2 charges of grapple, and the follow-up attack possible after using grapple. Just gonna have a quick look here. My churches are all up the top. Alright, no dramas. I'm just going to clear this first camp while I talk about relics. So, as I said, the additional grapple and the follow-up attack to grapple is the best. So this here, ready? That big flaming slash. Right, that big flaming slash as the follow-up attack out of grapple is really good. It's stronger than a light attack. It's not quite as strong as a fully charged heavy attack, but it's somewhere in between in terms of damage and stance damage. And it also buffs your greatsword with fire for 30 seconds, maybe 60 seconds. Either way, for a little while. So, and you're going to be spamming it way more often, so it doesn't even matter how long it lasts, to be honest. So those are the two main things. The Wylder the Wylder earring relic in general is really good. It gives you the fire puddle on ultimate, which is nice, as well as the stamina on attacks. And then my other relic is just, it's just a filler. I'm purely using it as a filler at the moment. I'm testing out whether this FP is actually a noticeable difference on greatsword attacks. But you replace that with whatever you've got. If you've got damage on Everjails or if you want to start with a stone sword key or anything, replace that with whatever you want. But the Wylder earring is a really good one to have, as well as some source of +1 to the follow-up attack that I've got on the bottom one there. So yeah, that's pretty much the relics, and you'll see me using the follow-up attack the entire run constantly. So I'm just clearing this first church as always, grabbing the stone sword key up top, checking for there's a successive attacks negate damage, checking for decent passives, and we'll clear through churches and forts nice and early on, and we'll see where we go from there. Now, I'm using the last few test runs I've done of this boss, I've actually just run the baseline Wylder weapon quite happily. Stamp uppercut is low-key quite a strong ability, and you can obviously, if you get a better weapon throughout the run, you can use that, but honestly, Stamp uppercut on the baseline greatsword is all you need. It actually is a very strong ability, does good damage, does a lot of stance damage. It's a little long to cast, but you do get very high poise in the initial stamp. So, and I think you might get even a damage reduction as well. But yeah, it's quite usable, and you'll see me throughout this run using it. Because in the last 2 runs that I've done against this boss, I've used it, and it's worked pretty well. So. Alright, where are we going? I think I kind of want to go down to an early mine, because as I said, I'll use this great sword, so I want to upgrade it straight to purple, but my churches are all up top, so I'm going to have to head up to... Ooh, Gargoyle. I'll have to avoid him. I was going to go use that Everjail just there, but the Gargoyle, he's usually a little too close, and he'll aggro in the middle of the... If you're doing the Everjail there, he'll often come and interrupt and one-shot you. So, because I definitely can't take on the Gargoyle at level 3, so I'll go up and do one of these other ones and grab my churches. For this boss, you're going to want all the health you can get, so you do want to... Often in other runs or other characters, I'll often probably leave 1 church. Sometimes I even leave 2 churches uncollected, but you definitely want all 3 or 4 of your churches, depending on what map you spawn on. For this boss, because it is pretty tough. So it's just a bit of a longer fight as well. You just need more effective health pool with more flask charges. So, and any bonuses you can get to your health and your flask charges will also, as in, the +20% to flask amount restored, will be really valuable in this run. So anyway, we'll see that when we get to that boss, when we get to the boss at the end. For now, I might just go do this Everjail, I think, and then I can probably even just duck to the flame camp right there behind us. Or I might go into this mine, actually. Everjail, mine, and then because the vendor is... Oh, I might ulti both these guys. Bang. Nice. Straight into it. So that's the fire there that's left on the ground from one of the Wylder earring has that as one of the 2 that it has on it. There you go. So as you can see, one of the best parts of Stamp Uppercut is that for any humanoid sized target, so these guys for example, any of your like knights, banished knights, red mane knights, anything like that, and any other smaller humanoid, obviously, it'll like upend them. It'll knock them up into the sky, and they'll fall down prone to the ground, and you'll be able to usually do a fully charged heavy attack as they. Damn, this guy's annoying. This Nox warrior with the kind of fluid scythe thing, whatever that is. So annoying. So I'm just trying not to actually die to this guy at level 3. I'll grab that. 10% FPs. Not really for the Wylder. Not that important. I'll just take the runes. Yeah, so the... What was I saying? It'll upend. It'll knock up the humanoid-sized targets, and then what you can do is, as they're standing up, use that time to do a fully charged heavy attack. And for most basic mobs and mini boss mobs in the game, a full stamp uppercut and a fully charged heavy attack will be enough to stagger, to stance break most like creatures in the game. So I hate it when this guy is going full spaz like this. Doesn't let you get in at all. There we go. There we go. All right. As you can see, it's a very flashy skill. The follow up to the. Oh, is that one of the mine dudes breathing fire on us? It is. There we go. Yes, as you can see, it's pretty strong. It does a fair bit of damage just by itself. So we're just going to grab that level 2 smithing stone, the purple smithing stone, and head straight back out. Actually, I might go the other way because I can come up in the river and I'll jump up and get this church. That's what I'll do. I'll clean up my churches nice and early, and then I can focus on farming the rest of the run through. Although there's one right out to the left there, so I probably won't get that one just yet. That's okay. What's the boss down here? I'll have a look in a second, hold on. What boss have we got? Knight's Cavalry. Okay, that should be... Knight's Cavalry is a pretty low tier field boss. We should be able to... We might even go straight. What have we got? 21,000. If we kill this guy, we'll have enough to level up. And we might even go just kill the Knight's Cavalry, to be honest, before we even... we probably should upgrade my weapon, because I've got the smithing stone now. But then I gotta go all the way down to the war camp and double back. No, I might take on the Knight's Cavalry and then go to the war camp and upgrade. Let's do that. Knight's Cavalry aren't too dangerous. They're not too dangerous. Certainly just one of them. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. So, and you want to avoid running back and forwards too much. Like too much travel can just waste so much time. Damage negation, 20 group fires. Yeah, okay, decent. A couple of decent passives. We've got a successive attacks negate damage already, which is nice. Okay, let's have a look at this guy. Yeah, so, and the other thing with Stamp Uppercut is that often, so see how, even though he hit me there, it didn't break me out, because when you're in the Stamp, the lower stance, was that going to hit him? It is good. When you're in the... Yeah, look how much work. If they get stunned in your pool of fire here, it just adds a nice little chunk of damage as well that they'll just take as they tick down in that fire pool, which is good. Stamp Uppercut, often, when you stamp down low, there's actually a lot of attacks in the game will just miss you. They'll just go over your head. They just straight up miss you, which is quite handy a lot of the time. Like if you're fighting... Oh, what do we got? Spell FP cost. I don't think either of these are actually that useful. Guarding. I'm not going to be doing any guarding, so I might just grab the stamina. Spell FP cost. Nah, stamina, I think. Yeah, as you stamp, you'll actually avoid a lot of attacks just because you are in a lower stance, which is interesting. Quite useful. I wouldn't try. Don't try and play around it. It's just when it happens, it's nice. It's a nice happy accident, you know. A little bonus. Alright, we'll pop up here and we'll take out the fire camp quickly, which should be... It's one of those... The fire camps are interesting because they're easy, but they actually they actually are still a moderate time investment because you have to run around and jump up on all three. And if you struggle to get up on one of them, because sometimes they're just the way they move or whatever can be... You can miss your jump timing. It can be still a decent time investment. just as long as it takes to kill any other boss, to be honest, on a map feature. So, but that's okay. We've got time. Sometimes you can jump over the back and like use the... Oh, you knocked them over. To say, I often use the fence to get up to the... Oh dear, I gotta watch out for this thing. Use the fence, like the picket fence thing there. And you can jump up on it and then use it to jump over higher. But there we go. That's all we need. Good. Let's see what we get. I don't need any. That's all useless. That's all useless, unfortunately. Oh well. I got some runes, I guess. Oh, there's too many enemies near my side of grace. I can't access it. But I do want to level up, so I might just do this quickly. There we go. Purple weapon. Just checking for any decent passives and things. No, nothing really sticking out to me. That's okay. If I kill these two here, I should be able to get to my side of grace at least. There we go. Good. Alright. Might head down towards that ruins, or maybe even I'll check out the township where the other vendor is. The baseline ruins with the watchdogs, I swear, is one of the slowest. I nearly never do them. I pretty much always avoid them because the watchdogs just seem to be one of the more tanky, like, you know, for the early game boss map features when compared to like the churches or the forts, or honestly any of the other ruins. So the poison ruins, the blood ruins, the holy ruins in particular, the Albanorics are nice and easy. They're all super quick and easy, and the watchdogs kind of much less so. They're kind of dangerous, not really, but they dangerous for this stage of the game. But they just seem to not take a lot of damage. They just last for ages, so I tend to just avoid that. It's too much of a time investment, unless you, for whatever reason, really want to kill that ruins. Too much of a time investment, as I say, as I'm farming trash on the road. We'll go check out the township and we'll see what's there, because the vendors so often has more interesting, you know, better loot. It'll have a few good talismans as well. Often has an Erdtree's Favor or a Dragon Crest, so they can be really good as well. What have we got? Yeah, there's a Dragon Crest, for example. Erdtree's Favor. I might take the Dragon Crest, honestly, right now. I've got 15k. What else have we got? Oh, many periodic glint blades. 42k. I might come back for that. Taking damage, boost damage negation. That one's really good too. I can't afford both though. Well, I mean, I could. I'll just sacrificing 2 levels. I might grab the Dragon Crest. 15% physical damage negation is quite valuable throughout the just baseline for the rest of the game. For only 15k, that's a pretty moderate investment of that. Come on. Oh man, these crabs are annoying. Just gonna get me up there. It is. Oh, okay, here we go. There's another talisman. Let's get this one. Scarab. What do we got? Nah, it's a shame. I don't need that. I'm not doing any magic damage, so that is useless to me and only makes me weaker. So you're better off just not using it at all, because I think those ones have minus 3% to your negations, so you actually just take more damage. And unless you're doing... They're worth it if you're doing... Like, if I got the fire one, I would use it just because I'm doing a lot of fire damage. But, yeah, for magic, no way. No way. What have I got here? I've got the death worm. I got the worm face, whatever he's called. Which is kind of an annoying one, but hopefully I burst him down in one... At the start of the fight. I might have to back off and cleanse and then go twice, but... Usually pretty quick on these stronger characters like Raider or Wylder to be able to just burst him down. Hopefully. After I deal with this crab. Hardest creature in the game. Alright, yeah, I've got a purple weapon, so this should be quickish to burst. As he spawns, fully charged heavy attack. You can do 2 or 3 back to back. Might do a stamp or 2. Yeah, see, stamp does pretty solid damage. There's 2 stamps. I think... Oh, no, I'm going to have to run. Just play it safe. Deathblight's the lamest mechanic to die to. It always feels so terrible when you get popped by Deathblight. Usually because you're just not, for me at least, normally because I'm not paying attention. I'm just not looking at the bar, and then all of a sudden I'm just dead, and it feels bad. I'm going to skedaddle over this way, I think. Oh, that's a crab. There we go. Is this thing going to drop a... No, no, no. Man, where's my... Oh, those blue butterflies. They cleanse, don't they? They do. Nice. Alright, that'll do. That'll do. And I might just ulti this, just to make a short work of it. Nice. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Honestly, I almost could have done that from the start before I backed away. But anyway. I'll take the 15% damage after crits is pretty decent, because you can always get a hit or two in after a critical strike as they're still kind of standing up. Now, I think there should be a field boss up there. I might go look at that field boss. The other church that I want to get is right over the other side of the map, which is really annoying. And I might go back and get the many glint blades, I'm thinking. So what I'll do is I'll clear this poison. It's a bit of a waste to be clearing basic map features like this in the second day. I should be getting onto field bosses, but so be it. I want that many glint blades, I think. Honestly, I don't even know if it's actually that worth it. Their damage is good. They help to maintain stance damage. As I've told you before, or mentioned before, stance damage, at least the way it worked in Elden Ring was it was a invisible threshold that would build up, and it would start to refresh or deplete itself after 6 seconds of not taking any damage. So to get the most amount of stance breaks, you should be dealing damage every 6 seconds minimum. Like at least one bit of damage every 6 seconds to maintain stance damage. So, and to not lose any, basically. So, sorry. They can help with just getting extra little pokes of damage in. But I don't know. I really like them, so I might go back and get them. Should I kill this boss first? Maybe I'll kill this boss first. It's the Erdtree Avatar, actually. That'll be relatively easy because I'm fire. I'm all fire weapons at the moment, so... And Erdtree Avatar's weak to fire. Not too bad with the Greatsword. I can do 1 to 2 light attacks between most of his combos. And I do want to just get that fire buff on my weapon first, although that one's a bit more of a time investment. That's okay. So I should just be able to do 2 light attacks between most. Like that. But I certainly can't do any more. 2 light attacks. Yep, that's working. And stance break. That was about 8 light attacks, I think. So that's pretty quick and easy. If he does the one where he shoots all the orbs, I'll just ulti through the orbs. But I won't use it unless I get that ability. It'd be better to save it if I can. Yeah, I'm just quite familiar with the Erdtree Avatar moveset, so I'm pretty happy just to kill him slowly. This seems to be working fine. Lovely. Alright, that's an easy boss to grab. Just because I happen to have fire damage, that was particularly easy. Fire damage does quite a lot of damage to those things. Ooh, Health and Steeple. Cool weapon, but I'm not going to use it. I might take this passive. Alright, what have I got? 87k. I'm not going to level up because I want to use 42 of that on many glint blades. I mean, maybe that's a waste, but 42k is probably the difference between a level at the end. Like we're talking level 13 versus 14, 14 versus 15. Well, I mean, actually, it's not. 15, I think, is like level 75 or 80k runes, so it's only half of 15, but still, levels 11, 12, it's probably about that. So, let's have a look. Taking damage, boost damage negation as well would be really good, but I can't afford all of them. I'll get rid of that. Yeah, look at it. So cool. Alright. Alright, well that's enough of wasting money. Wasting runes. I need to level up. I'm only level 8. Although I can level up to 9. I'll do that at the next side of grace as I run through. Now my predicament right now is that I really want all of my flasks for this boss. but it's going to take me a while to run to the other side of the map. So it's a trade-off between runes, probably another level potentially that I'm sacrificing for an extra health flask. I think probably worth it. Look, it's all the way over there. Yeah, I think probably worth it. Levels are good and all, but 6 versus 7 health flasks is it's quite a big addition of effective health pool. So I will go get it. Bit of a trek though. Gosh, that's okay. I'm going to test this ability. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know if it seems quite slow. Vortex, spin the entire sword. No, you can't. Oh yeah, you can charge it. You can charge it, which is what I just did. Okay. There's no follow-up. I was checking for a follow-up attack though. But it's just a fully charged one. Probably quite a strong skill actually, to be honest, if you have enough time to use it. Which applies to a lot of skills, but yeah, I won't. I'll just use what I'm comfortable with, which is the stamp uppercut on the base weapon. So if I might kill the... There's a field boss up on that. Up the top there. I might get that on the way back. I'll go get the flask just so that's out of the way, and then I'll use whatever time I have remaining on the way back to go get it. I tend, it's always good to start outside to in general. Like if you're choosing between two things, go to the outside first, because the worst case is that you just have to run in. Whereas if you're trying to, especially if it's something like a flask charge, if you desperately want it and you take too long on the boss first, then you have to either run out into the night and back and waste a bunch of health and time and stuff, or you just head straight out, get it, and then the worst that happens then is that you won't get enough time to kill the thing, in which case you shouldn't have been fighting it anyway, so you can just move on from there. But we'll see what this boss is. What have we got? Oh, it's the Ancestral Spirit. Okay. I might have time to kill it. Let's see. We'll give it a crack. I'm only level 9. I'm only level 9, second half of day 2. Jeez. I'll be lucky to get to level 12 probably, or 13 maybe in this run through, which is fine. You can kill the boss at, the stats tend to drop off a little bit. They become less valuable after, the levels, and the stats you get from levels tends to drop off a little after level 12. But they're still valuable. Don't get me wrong, they're still very valuable, but that's not it. Okay, so the poise doesn't stop me from getting knocked out from this thing. Oh man, be careful of this thing. It'd still kill me. Might not just ulti it. Ooh, I nearly missed it. Oh no, the knight's here. The knight's here. Can I kill this thing? I think it's going to be too risky. I'm going to have to just go, I think. That's okay. Cut your losses. Can't get them all. No. I was just wondering how far the knight was going. I thought it was about to stop there, but no, it's not stopping there at all. It moves right in through here. Yeah, no. Alright, well, Castle Farm, I guess, is my only option at this point. Or my best option, rather. What have we got? It's Crucible Knights. Crucible Knights is a little slow as solo on the Wylder. Bugger. Okay. Unless you've got Piercing Fang. If you've got a greatsword with Piercing Fang, then you can rip through their shields. But this is going to be a little painful and slow, I think. Dear. Yeah, it's pretty slow. And they're hard to stance break too. They don't stance break quite as quick as most things do, so I don't know if this is actually the best use of my time, but I don't have a lot else that I can go to. They do give quite a lot of runes. They give like 20,000 each or something crazy. So that's good, but they're just proving a little slow. I guess I'll have my ulti back up for when I go around the side to the side ramparts where there's a bunch of mobs as well, but still. Oh no, actually when there's Crucible Knight, there isn't the mobs. You get the mobs when there's the Troll or the Banished Knight, but not when there's Crucible Knights. As I'm talking up these stairs here, there's a whole little crowd, a little entourage, if it's the Banished Knights, but I think the Crucible Knight's by himself. He is, yeah, okay. Okay. Well, I'll still use my ulti in just a second then. Because why not? Now, I think I need to go find the spear guys. There's 3 or 4 of the ones with spears and red eyes that will actually give a reward as well. Because this guy's not going to give a reward, I don't think. 27k runes though. It's a fair bit of. That's a fair chunk of runes. Oh, what have we got? Nah. So if I kill, I think there's either side of this kind of center tower. There, these spear guys, and they give rewards. They're also a little easier to work on because they don't have a shield, which is good. Although they do have a longer than you'd expect reach with the thrust, the running thrust when they chase you down. Reaches quite a fair way with the spear. Oh dear. I'll dodge that one. That one will mess you up pretty quickly. There we go. So does this have loot? It does. Improved magic damage negation, I guess, is better than... What have I got? Charging attacks. I don't think Stamp Uppercut is actually a charged attack, so that's actually... I'm not actually getting much use out of damage negation during charged attacks, to be honest. Because I mostly use the other Stamp Uppercut or just the grappling follow-up attack, neither of which I don't think are charged, so... I don't think that's actually doing much for me, which is why I got rid of it. Yeah, I mean, they're still just kind of slow to kill, aren't they, these Crucible Knights? I mean, it's definitely easier when I play like the Raider or something, because you can stance break them just that little bit easier and a little more consistently, but Wild is still pretty good, but, oh dear, I missed that. Thankfully, it didn't do too much damage. Oh dear, let's be careful here. Oh, another grab attack. Nearly. Alright, what have we got? Oh, 10% more runes. I wish I'd gotten that earlier in the game, but that's okay. It'll still give me a bit of value. 160k runes. That's looking better. That'll get me to at least level 12, I think. I don't think I have time. The night's coming in. I don't think I have time to kill anything more there, so I'm heading off. Although I do need to level up. I'm level 9, and I desperately need. There's the side of grace near the cave. There is, yeah. All right, well I'll go there because that'll get me to level 12, I think. So, which is definitely worthwhile. Now this boss, the final boss for this particular expedition, is either the commander with the Banished Knights or the dragon, the Elder Dragon, or Lightning Dragon, whatever they're called. Both of which are kind of annoying fights, to be honest. I think I'd prefer probably the dragon. Actually, it's a little easier to. Oh, actually, I should kill this Revenant. The Revenant's still there. That could be some easy runes quickly. Oh, he's here. Oh, dear. Okay, alright, well, killing the Revenant. Not Revenant, Scion. It is. So watch these stamps. Yeah, I mean, look at the stance damage that Stamp does. Stamp Uppercut. It's quite a lot of damage, quite a lot of stance damage. Just ulti because I don't have a lot of time here with the knight moving in. So Wylder's ulti is is awesome. Just so reliable to stance break pretty much anything in the game on demand. Taking damage, boost damage negation. I think I'll get that. There we go. Taking damage, boost damage negation is one of the better passives you can get, and you should always keep an eye out for it. Alright, let's see what mobs we get here. What boss are we going to get? Oh, it's the Beastman. Okay, which means it's the dragon boss. The Elder Lightning Dragon. It's annoying me that I don't know what it's actually called, but it's the Lightning Dragon. Kind of annoying to fight, but all in all, pretty workable. You can just hack at its back angles for most of the fight, and you can get the job done just doing that. Damage, improved critical hits, successive attacks negate damage, and many periodic glint blades. I've got some decent passives, not the best, but okay. Honestly, it's been a bit of a funny run between buying the many glint blades, which was 40k, and the running all over the map for the churches, which was just a kind of annoyingly, like, not a great spawn location based on where I was and the rest of the map and everything. So it's, yeah, Ancient Dragon. There you go. What was I calling it? Elder Dragon. Ancient Dragon. Same thing. Not quite. Yeah, so I'm only level 12, which is a shame, but I think level 12, I'll be level 13 after this. I might even get to level 14, depending on how much this thing gives me. So actually, we're fine. We're fine. It's felt a little bit slow with all the running around, but certainly when you don't need your weapon, as in, when you're not fishing for a weapon roll, because I'm using my starting weapon, it's the difference of a level or two is probably not a big deal. Like, if you got decent passives, decent consumables, 1 or 2 levels is not going to make or break the run. It's going to make it easier, obviously, but it's not going to be the end of the world. So on this dragon, the main thing you want to do is, certainly when you're playing Wylder, you can really abuse the mobility on the grapple, and you want to keep just moving to his back hind legs and hacking away at them like this. Just chip away at his ankles. As you do this, the dragon boss will often, he'll kind of pivot his body a little bit and slash down at you with his hands. So just be aware from that. You can't ever get more than a handful of attacks at once. He is pretty big and slow. This one here, see, he kind of twists or turns his body. There we go. He kind of turns his body and does a slash across, a backhand slash across his body. There you go, there's another one. That was just a frontal one though. There's the one where he actually does it in response to you being underneath his legs. That there. I'm just using Stamp Uppercut on these legs as well for the best damage and stance damage, although I don't think I've even stance broken this dragon yet, if you even can, because I'm surprised it hasn't stance broken yet, if it was going to, so... Ooh, just run from these, surge sprint from any flame breaths and things that you get. And if we get the big lightning spears, I'll see if I can show you a decent perspective or visual of them, but basically you want to watch the waves, hit this thing here. The waves of lightning on... Oh, I'm going to be on this one. There we go. Okay. Well, he slams the spear into the ground, and there's waves in sections or segments, like sections of a pie type thing, that go outwards towards, in all directions. So you just want to move away from it as best you can. Making space from it will give you the best chance to see them, and just dodge to the left or right. Although it looks like I've finished him off anyway, just about. Come on. Oh. Struggling to get that last hit in. There we go. All right. 72,000. Yeah, so I should get level 14 here actually, to be honest, but I won't have much money for consumables. 15% max HP I think here is hard to go past. 15% max HP is very good, and I'm not doing much walking damage or whatever the other thing was, so definitely 15% max HP. That's a scarab out there in the distance, and I've only got one. I might just go quickly check it for... See what it gets. Ah, that's a bummer. That's a shame. Couldn't have been a more useless relic. A talisman, sorry. Oh well. That'll do. During this, like before you enter the last night boss here, you can actually go and wander the night and chain between sites of grace for a little while and go and explore and catch up on things you missed, but I've never actually bothered to do that. There you go, level 14, that's good. 18k, what can I get? Probably just a crab or some flesh. Actually, I might get a Starlight Shard just so I've got enough to use bulk stamp uppercuts. Because I do like... So the value of stamp uppercut on this fight, similar to what it was in that last fight with the dragon, is that it's an uppercut, and so it's easy to reach bosses that are a little higher up, like the underbelly of a dragon. So it's easy to actually connect. All right, here we go. So at the start of the fight, there'll always be... He'll fly down and he'll do a ground mechanic, which you can either roll or jump. This one here. And I just mistimed it. But he always starts with that, just so you're aware. So be ready to dodge it or to jump it. Now I'm starting with an early ulti straight off the bat, and I'm going to get a critical in. Just purely to get it on cooldown, so I can get another usage or two during the fight, because it's a pretty long fight. Even though it looks like I've done a lot of damage already, that's pretty front-loaded with my ulti. It'll slow down a lot now just to chip damage. Now, the grab attack, that where you hear the grab attack noise and purple animation, you need to be very cognizant of his he drags his jaw along the ground and eats you. And if he gets you in that grab attack, that's going to be the easiest way that you will die. It does a lot of damage, it does bleed build up, and it will proc bleed as well, and that's what will probably kill you. So, as you can see, all I'm doing here is a lot of in and out, and I'm using my grapple as mobility here. And I'm getting underneath the boss, and I'm doing a stamp. Oh, here we go. Okay, this animation here, where he goes all black and twists into nothing and teleports away. You want to run. Run away from him. Run, 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 run. Right? And then you're going to wait, because he'll teleport again to somewhere else in the room. And you're staying right away. This is one of the kind of unavoidable... Okay, the blue things. See these blue things? Run towards these and use them to spirit jump over into the eye of the storm type thing. That's how you get through that mechanic safely. So that's the one where you see him kind of hover up off the ground, do a little twist and convulse, and then disappear. He kind of teleports, right? The other one where you want to... This here. Oh, no. That was a grab attack. I'll show you when the other one comes up. Oh, dear. Just got to stay alive. Oh, man. So all I'm doing for most of the fight, though, is dodging through his frontal attacks underneath his body and using a stamp uppercut. There it is. So those grab attacks, you must dodge them. He often casts 2 grab attacks in a row as well. When it's not the... Yeah, this here. When he goes all purple like this and has a tantrum. So he goes like really bright purpley pink. That's just a huge AoE that you need to move away from. He'll then dive towards you. You need to dodge. And then there'll be a follow-up pulse on the ground. You can either dodge or jump that. Those ground AoEs. So just be aware of that as well. So they're the 2 big AoEs to look for. The one where he goes really bright purple, like really bright purpley pinky colour. And then the other one where he kind of goes more like black and smoky and kind of teleports away. So they're the 2 to watch out for. Oh dear. Gotta be careful here. Oh man. There's that mechanic there that I didn't do at all and I just healed through, but he does 3 slams and ground AoEs in a row. There's the second grab attack. Oh, jeez. He also heals a little bit and buffs his own damage if he gets a grab attack off on you when he eats you, so... As you can see, he's going pink, so I'm just yeeting as quick as I can, although it's a little slow. But that's okay. Alright. Or was this the... This was maybe the black one. It is. Okay, use the spirit jumps. Yeah. So even if you confuse the 2, because the animations look similar-ish, but they're slightly different colours, if there's a lot going on, sometimes you can't tell. Either way, you're running out for both of them, and then if you see the blue spirit spring jumps, go and use them, obviously. I don't have any health potions left, so I just need to be careful here. Because it genuinely, all it takes is a grab attack, and he'll kill me. There we go. Bang. Nice. Alright, so that's the boss. So lots of just frontal dodging through grab attacks and charges, giving you a chance to do basically one hit to the underbelly. And then as long as you run right away, grapple or mobility or just run, you can just use Surge Sprint to get away from those two big AoEs. That's pretty much all you have to do. But it's a pretty punishing fight. The grab attacks, I found the grab attacks to be the hardest component. Yeah. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. As always, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching everyone. Cheers.